Last night, Chuck Norris kissed me on my lips. So here are 12 amazing Minecraft mods you can have fun with, enhance your world, or make certain items more useful. Don't forget to drink some water, you dried out raisin, and let's get right into it. Let's add in a new difficulty with bosses of mass destruction. This mod adds in 4 brand new bosses to your world, and starting out, we got the Ice Tower located in Antarctica, which is homed by the Lich. This ice wizard flies around the tower, disappearing and reappearing in random locations. He shoots out spells which can cause some damage, and spells which will even slow you down. And if getting wizard facials wasn't enough, he will summon phantoms, because why not? If you manage to beat Walmart Harry Potter, you will be rewarded with some great loot, so it's worth the fight. This tower also has spawners in it, so you'll be in for a fight when you first arrive, so come well prepared. The Void Blossom is a shower, not a grower. Once you enter his home, he will unleash hell on you, raising up spikes from the ground and throwing out poison bombs at you. Don't get too close when hitting it, as the thorns will hurt you. And he will keep regenerating health from his little flowers around, so make sure you keep breaking them so you can hurt it. And these flowers will keep spawning, so you'll have to keep on breaking them. And the plant is like a child and overreacts when it dies, but it's got a pretty cool death animation. The Nether Gauntlet hides away, but when you break a block to his coffin, you get greeted by this beautiful thing. He may look cute, but he will bro fist you out of existence. Unlike PewDiePie, he bro fists to unalive you. Besides bro fisting, he shoots laser beams out of his eyeball, which can destroy any block it touches. And for his final move, he will turn the lights out so he can fist you in the dark. The hardest thing about this boss is he's always floating away from you, so I hope you're good at shooting arrows. Overall, scary boy. 7 out of 10, do not recommend this one. Now lastly, we go to the end and find a new rare structure. Be sure to bring a spare ender eye with you so you can summon the Obsidiolith. He is built like a brick shit house since he is made out of obsidian, but this behemoth can do wizardries and attack you with spells. And he's got a few different spells up his sleeve, so he'll constantly take you by surprise. And they can get you at any distance whether you're close or far from it. And he's not afraid to knock you off this structure. He will also launch up in the air and try crush you with his big old booty cheeks. Overall, this is the hardest boss to try and beat, and you better be well equipped when you summon this one, because he will show you no mercy. Do you want to merge with Minecraft Steve and become one with Minecraft? Well, first person model does just that. You have now grown a body and you can see your own limbs moving around, just like in real life. This is a great mod for anyone wanting to improve the first person look, and all the movements are great. Nothing gets distorted, body movements are fluid, and you can even see your cool skins. Makes it a lot more pleasing when attacking mobs, and using a bow and arrow looks a lot better now. And even when you are swimming, you get to see your own arms flapping around. Don't you hate having to track down villagers to trade with them? Well, the future is now, and we now have a self-serve checkout with the villager trading post. This adds in a brand new table that you can trade with without the need of a villager being around. Simply make the table and have a villager free so he can connect himself to the table, and bam, no longer does a villager need to be near it, and you can trade with it at any time. There is also a cool animation with the emerald on it, and you can even trade through the ranks just like with a normal villager, so nothing changes and you no longer have to run around trying to find the villager for the trades you want. There is no worse feeling than accidentally hitting your doggo mid-fight. Friendly fire takes away the stress of fighting alongside your companion so you never hit your dog again. He is immune to the meat stick wax and will love you forever for it. He will also no longer take damage by bow and arrow either. This should just be a part of vanilla Minecraft. But if you want to reserve your own spot down in Satan land, you can crouch and you will still hit your doggo, you absolute monster. Do you like pain and suffering, or just want to show off to the person you have a crush on? Well, Chaos Mod is the perfect mod for you. This mod has a 30-second timer which will trigger an event that will either try to kill you or make your life a bit harder. Some of these events include meteor showers, which looks like a typical day in the MCU. Big old sinkholes forming around you, which the earth likes because they are deep. Teleporting you in the sky so you can skydive without a parachute. Blocks can explode when you mine them. It can rain arrows, but you can hide under cover for this one. Or you can walk around on fire and set fire to everything you touch. Some of the less scary ones are Stephen Hawking vision with the monitor downgrade. All mobs will turn upside down for dramatic effect. You can get super speed. You get death vision, so looking at mobs will Alt F for them. And you can get blurry vision, which is actually hard to see with. These are just a glimpse of some of the events you can get with this mod. There are 120 events inside this mod. You can adjust the timer to suit your own needs, so it's shorter or longer between events. But overall, this is a great mod with heaps of fun, challenging aspects to it. Could you beat Minecraft when using this? Vanilla Refresh adds in some great quality of life improvements that should just be in vanilla Minecraft. Come on, Mojang, what are you doing? You can now change the stance of armor stands up to 7 times, which is great for decoration purposes. and you can make it dab. And this just makes armor stands feel more alive, and you can show off your gear a bit better. You can see the health of all entities, so now you can make sure if you're brave enough to attack it or not. XP will always come to you no matter how far away you are from it, so you can feel like Goku gathering energy. And it just looks so cool having XP fly towards you. When you enter a biome you haven't been in before, you get a message on screen of the biome you're entering. This is great for anyone who keeps track of the biome achievement. And beating the Ender Dragon gives the animation a little upgrade, and you can make it so it drops an Elytra. And this is just a lot more useful than the Dragon Egg. The Dragon Egg is as useful as the KN Knife. You can also enable Dragon Eggs to respawn, so when you beat the dragon for a second time, it will drop an egg and an Elytra. And one of the most useful add-ons of this mod is being able to place ladders below you, so now you can ladder down into caves. This is the perfect mod for anyone who sucks and can't MLG bucket to save their life. Oh, you can also load up Ender Pearls into a lodestone and have it so you can teleport back to a lodestone from up to 96 blocks away, which is pretty cool. There is heaps in this mod, and these are just some of the best, and I'd recommend checking them out for yourself. Don't you hate it when you kidnap a villager and a piece of grass foils your getaway plan because your stupid boat can't go up? Well, jumping boats patches that and makes it so you can jump up ledges. You can now easily escape with your villager without getting stopped again. You can't jump a full block, but you can jump high enough so that if you place stairs, you can never get stopped again. With the jumping ability, you can also travel a bit faster, which is handy. This is probably one of the most useful mods I've ever seen in my life. Nothing worse than throwing an Ender Pearl and your horse don't come with it because he is scared of magic. So we installed mounted pearls to make our horse a little wizard and teleport with us with Ender Pearls. Now every time you throw an Ender Pearl, your horse or whatever animal you are riding will teleport with you. So you no longer leave behind your loved ones and can travel the world together. Until they die getting hit by a skeleton, then you have to teleport the Ender Pearls by yourself. Oh boy, vegans, eat your heart out. This one is for you. No longer will we be attacking pigs with shanks to get food. Now we can just use fireworks to send them to space where they'll explode and drop cooked pork chops. Less work for me and less painful for the bacon boy. This is a funny mod for a great time. As long as you got fireworks, you can keep exploding pigs. And you can even blow up the babies, so they think they get a fun ride before they die. But wait, there is more. If you hold TNT in your offhand, you can fly the pig up and it will explode too. Which this could be a great way to mine up if you're stuck in a cave with an army of your mum. Because you can go rapid fire on the oinkers and free up a hole in the roof. Just don't go too crazy, as I blew up a few too many babies and my game crashed. So yeah, moving on. Structory is a simple mod that adds in some new structures around your world. There isn't much going on with these structures, but they suit into the overall vanilla world really well and aren't over the top. Makes exploring a little more alive, and you can even get some loot from them. These are perfect for early game when you don't have a starter house, and make for a good place to spend the night at so you don't get unalived. There is also an outcast villager in some of these, and just like Shrek, he don't want anyone in his swamp, so he will try to make you go extinct. Do you want to show your mum how much of a toughie you are? Well, now you can, with dungeon difficulty. This mod will adjust the health and loot of all mobs in your world. Mobs spawning around world spawn will be normal mobs, but once you move further away and into different biomes, mobs will get stronger depending on the biome they spawn in and what dimension they spawn in. I'm using a client-side mod called Mob Plaques to show off the health of each mob. And as you can see, mobs can also vary in health no matter where they are, so they could spawn stronger or weaker. The skeletons in the nether get a bit of a buff, and other nether mobs have more health too, but the worst are in the end. The dragon health varies a bit, but endermen get a huge health buff and still look like skinny noodle. Just look at the health of them now. You're in for a bad time in the end dimension now. And can we just look at how much health the warden has in the end? He is the leader of the salty spittoon down here, and normal mobs are rather buff down here too. Overall, this mod will make you become more strategic in your world, as you won't just fight any new mob now. And the stronger the mob is, the better the loot will be. So I reckon it's worth the fight. Better Animations Collection is a great little mod to improve mob movements in your world. Not all mobs, but some mobs get new movements. Like the piggy. When he oinks, his nose moves. Or when the cow walks, its udder will move around. And yes, I followed a cow around for 5 minutes staring at its moving udder. And you know what? That's pretty hot. Squids and ghast get free-flowing tentacles, which makes them a bit cuter. Just look at how free-flowing their legs are now. Doggos get a new fluffy tail and a new sit animation. And when you pull out a bone, not that bone, put your pants back on. Jeez. They will roll onto their sides. Creepers walk around, flopping their heads around, acting all sassy with life. Not a single shit is given with these creepers. The Iron Golem and the Villager need pants on their heads. I can't believe they just let it flop around like that. Piglins and zombie piglins have grown kneecaps and move around like humans. Such a weird sight. Slime now get jiggly with it when they jump around. It's such a little change, but it adds so much life to them. Spiders get bendy legs, which I don't get why they aren't like this in vanilla. And Endermen look like a 2-year-old throwing a tantrum because Mum said no chicken nuggies. Just look at those arms flopping around everywhere. But you know what doesn't flop around everywhere? The YouTube recommended video. They know what you like and you won't be disappointed when you click it. Go on, give it a watch, and I'll see you legends over there.